Alright. We are live, y'all. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. Alright, so we're live. Give me about 2 or 3 minutes and we'll get started. Oh, okay. Alright. So, alright. We're live. Hello, everyone. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna talk about Flutter. And alright, so I'm gonna get the chat going. Alrighty. Alright. So we've got chat going. We've got stream going. Sorry for the little delay, y'all. I've had some streaming issues today. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing started. Alright. So let's go ahead and get started. So what are we talking about today? Well, we're talking about Flutter. And what is Flutter? Flutter is a mobile application framework where you can develop apps for both iOS and Android and the web as well using a programming language called Dart. And it's made by Google. It's really pretty awesome because you can have one shared code base between both platforms. So iOS, Android, web, all the platforms, you can have one shared code base. But what we're going to do today is, I've played with this a little bit, but what I want to do today is I actually want to start installing this on my device. Meaning that I want to try to get my app that I kind of made earlier, and I want to see if I can get it running on iOS. So it's going to be a pretty fun stream today. I'm looking forward to it. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be sharing my screen pretty much the whole time. So let me do that. For the sake of this stream, I'm not going to share my sound because I'll be moving pretty fast. Alright. I'm screen sharing. And if you're in chat, please feel free to say hello. Always love to see who's in chat. Send a message and it will read out to me. So let's go ahead and get started. So what are we going to need for this? Well, we're going to need Xcode. And if you're on a Mac, Xcode is the Apple developer tools that you will use. And I've already installed Flutter. I've already done all that stuff. In fact, I've already made an application. But what I haven't done is actually ran this on my device. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look up an article. Like I said, I have some instructions. But I wanted to kind of do this live so you guys could kind of see the process of what I did to actually do it. But before I do any of that, I figured I might as well introduce myself. So my name is Taylor Arndt. I am a freelance accessibility professional, consultant, and developer. I've been in the industry for 3 years, and it is my mission to help clients become more inclusive and accessible for all. So along with some of this accessibility content, I'm also a programmer as well. And so I like to provide both kinds of videos. I am a contributor of the Techopolis YouTube channel, and I also have my own YouTube channel where I do similar content called Taylor's Tech Talks. I will put the link in the description. But that is a little bit about myself. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started with some Xcode. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my Xcode. I have it mostly installed, but I think I have to do a couple things. So let me go ahead and open up Xcode. And I have it installed. You go to the Mac App Store and type in Xcode. I'm going to go to Applications. I'm going to open it. Xcode is opening. I'm going to accept the agreement. Type my password. Whoops. Actually, Touch ID. Alright, Xcode is doing some final setup. Well, it's installing components. Let's go over to the chat. Oh. Wow. It's already done. Imagine that. I'm going to go to Preferences now. So, Command, comma. And I'm going to go to Accounts. I'm going to log in my Apple Developer account. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Just because I have to enter in some information. But all I'm going to do is type in my Apple ID. Whoops. Okay. All right, I'm going to enter my... I'm going to have that fill it in for me. Basically, what I'm doing now is... Uh-oh. I hit the wrong button. Hold on. Basically, what I'm doing now is I'm actually being able to put in my Apple ID and all that fun stuff. Let's try that again. I'm gonna shut that up. Okay, so you guys didn't hear that. I'm gonna put in my code. Okay, I'm going to go back to Xcode. And I've successfully signed into my Apple ID. Okay, that part is taken care of. Alrighty, next up is, let's see, hold on. Okay. Oops. So, do I have anybody in chat? Any questions? Let me check chat before we get started with the next phase. Any questions? Okay. Don't think I have any. Nope. Okay, I do not have any questions. Okay, so let's go ahead with the next part of this. The next part of this is we're going to go ahead and reshare the screen first off. Okay. So I'm just, like I said, I had an article up and I gotta re-pull it up here. So I'm gonna go to this article. I kind of know what to do, but I want to double check. Okay, so first things first, y'all. I need to locate the runner.xcode workspace in my Flutter app. And I've already created a Flutter app. But just for kicks and giggles, let's go ahead and create another one so I can show y'all how you do it. So what you're going to do is I'm going to go to my terminal. And utilities, terminal. I'm going to dot. So here's what you do. You do, so Flutter, create, project name. So I'm going to call this Techopolis test. And I'm going to make it actually camel case. So camel case, for those who don't know, first letter lowercase, second letter uppercase of the word. So Techopolis will be lowercase, test will be uppercase. And again, you can use any name you want. Okay, let's see what happened here. So, okay, that didn't work. So, okay. So actually, let's do this instead. Let's make a new folder. So mkdir. We'll make a new directory. So mk space. Then I'm going to do cd Techopolis. Then I'm going to do Flutter. Create. And so basically we have the project folder, and I'm just going to call this, for now, I'm going to call this app. Or actually, no, test app. Okay, I'll just call it app. For some reason, it's not creating itself. Creating project app. So now it's created project app. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do cd app. So cd will change directories. I'm going to go to my handy dandy lib folder. Actually, because that is the main.dart file, as you could see from the screenshots. And let me actually maximize my terminal. And that might make it helpful for you guys to see it. So now the terminal is maximized. I'm going to actually go into the iOS folder, because what I want to actually do first before I actually do any of this is I want to see if I can run it on my iOS device. After all, that was the intent of the stream, wasn't it? So let's go ahead and go to iOS, ls list, runner.xc workspace. So the XC workspace, that's actually what I want to do. So I'm going to go, let's see. Actually, I'm just going to do runner dot hold on. Okay, so I was trying to run this, but let me actually go into the Finder. I'll make this a little bit easier. Alright, I'm going to go to Techopolis app. I'm going to go to iOS. I'm going to click on this workspace. I'm going to wait for Xcode to launch. Maybe. If Xcode ever decides it wants to launch. Xcode did launch, but it never notified me, so thank you, VoiceOver. You're doing a great job tonight. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to, let's see. Hold on. So what I got to do now is I got to configure my device. So if you haven't used Xcode before, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to configure it so that it will find my device. So let's go ahead and do that. I should have done that before the stream, but I'm crazy. I just got this new M1 Mac and I never did this yet, which is kind of rare. So let's go ahead and go to Window and then Devices, or you could do Command 2. Sorry. Wait. Command Shift 2. Excuse me. Okay, so the first thing I have to do is I have to connect my Mac via USB. So that means that I gotta find my handy dandy trusted friend, my lightning adapter. So let's go ahead and find that little dongle, because in order to do this process, I have to have it connected to my computer for the first time if I'm doing it in Xcode. So let me go ahead and find that handy dandy thing. Then after I do that, which I have an idea of where it is, we're going to go ahead and see if we can't get this running on our devices. Okay, so I just moved, so things are a little bit hectic around here, but hey, we're gonna find things. I'm gonna be moving into my other office by the end of the weekend, so I might do a stream from my new office once it gets inhabitable. But what we're gonna do is we are going to attempt to run this on my device. That is, if I can ever find the right dongle in this overfull backpack. I kind of forgot. Whoops. Okay, Hazel, thanks for letting me know. If you're not familiar with Hazel, it's the automation platform where you can run a whole bunch of different automations for Mac and stuff. Alright, so I did find my dongle, thank goodness. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go across the room, grab my phone charger, and I'll be back in just a second. Y'all, I am back, and we're going to connect the Mac to the phone. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to plug in my adapter, because I've got the M1. I don't have a lot of ports, so I'm going to plug the Thunderbolt adapter into the port. I'm going to plug my phone into the other end. You don't need the wall adapter for this. So the wall adapter is currently where it belongs. My iPhone is charging. I do not want to back up my photos, so I'm just going to simply ignore. Okay. So I got to hit trust in order to pair it with my computer. So I will go ahead and do that now. If I can find it. Yep. I'm going to hit trust. And I'm going to wait for Xcode to give me more instructions. Xcode will now tell me that I already trusted it, so let me go ahead and figure out what's happening. Oh, I gotta enter my passcode. Oh, shucks. Hold on, let me do this again. So what happens is you have to enter your passcode. If this happens to you, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to simply unplug it and plug it back in. Basically what happened is that I forgot to enter my passcode, and so it wouldn't bring up the trust dialog. So, let's do this again. Okay. Yes. Trust this computer. I'm now going to enter my passcode. And I've successfully trusted the computer. I'm going to hit next. Okay, so I'm going to wait for my Mac to do what it's doing. Currently setting up the device. And so I'm just going to wait, and we're going to see what happens. So, we're waiting for the device to be set up. And what's happening now is basically it's going to do its thing. And we're going to have a device that we can use for Xcode. Alright, let's see. So it looks like my device isn't being recognized for some reason. The USB port. So I'm going to switch ports to the other port and see if that makes a difference. But it looks like it's not being recognized because the table is empty. Perfecto! My device has been set up, y'all. So we've got a device and it's set up for us, which is pretty great. Alright, so our device set up. Now, let's go ahead and see what we got to do now. So, I'm going to close this window by pressing Command W. Now, I'm going to go to Product. I'm going to do Taylor's iPhone, and I go under Destination. So you go Run, and then Destination. I'm simply going to press Command R now, and we're going to see what happens. Uh-oh, build failed. Okay, let's figure out why. Okay, so it failed. So let's see. Interesting. So it has a main.storyboard, which indicates that it's doing this in UIKit. Interesting. So UIKit is the precursor to Swift UI, for those who don't know. So this is pretty interesting. Do I have anyone in chat watching this? Let me go ahead and switch screens here. I'm going to be curious to see what Michael says. Michael, are you here? Nope, okay. So we're going to go ahead. I just want to make sure I didn't have any more chats. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and do the next thing here. So let's see here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out why our build failed. I think I have an idea. So I'm going to go... I'm going to go to render.xcodeproj, and then I'm going to go to general, and I'm going to check the team. Because I think what happened is that the right team, so your developer team for Xcode, the right team wasn't selected. I think I have an idea of what happened here. Oops. Okay. I'm going to go to identity. Or not. Okay. So apparently Xcode crashed. What I'm actually going to do, I'm going to open up the Xcode project because I find that a little bit easier to actually open. Alright. So, okay. I'm going to go to Project Navigator, Command 1. Oops. Okay, hold on. Sorry, y'all. Let me select it. Huh. Okay. So, okay, so I guess I can't do that. Okay, I guess I have to open up the workspace. Okay, thought I'd try. So the workspace in the Xcode project, okay, I'm gonna go to, issues. Whoops. Xcode keeps crashing. Wait, hold on. Xcode. You can't do this to me. Okay. So. Okay, so I'm going to go to signing. I'm going to go to Taylor Arndt, and I'm going to try to do run now. Ooh. So the com.example.whatever, so that's the bundle identifier. I'm not going to really get into all that right now because mainly we're talking Flutter, right? But what I'm going to show you is how we can run this on our device. All right. So, let's go ahead and see what we're going to do here. I'm going to hit Command R. Build failed. I'm going to go to issues. Oops. Okay. I got to update the deployment target. So I just hit perform changes and I'm going to see what happens. Oh. All right, I'll be back. I got to go agree to some terms and I'll be back in just a second. So Apple had some license terms. And I just have to, I gotta go agree to them. All right. All right. So, all right. So, what we're going to do review agreement. And Safari is not responding, so I'm going to wait for it to respond. All right, Safari. Safari is crashed. Let me go back here. Wow, this is a long agreement if it's making it this long take. Wow. This is long. This is long, and I apologize, guys. Basically, I'm waiting for Apple to load. Let me actually reshare the screen. All right. Wow. And this page totally made my Mac go nutso. Now I can't get any speech. That is wonderful. Okay. All right. Let me figure out why I can't get speech. Okay. Wow, I didn't realize the program agreement could be so big and make my Mac not respond at all. Alright, let's see if we have any chat. No chat. Alright. Okay, so man, shucks. That is a fail, Apple. You can't have your own developer agreement crash VoiceOver. That is redonkulous. So, what we're going to have to do is probably have to log in with Windows. Because this is redonkulous. So, basically what we're trying to do, y'all, is we're trying to get my Windows, my developer agreement for Apple, so that I can finish running this app. So, let's go ahead and let's see. Let's go ahead and alright, now I'm gonna enter a code again. So let me go ahead and enter my code. Alright. So, we're gonna see if I can't get this thing to work, shall we? Alright. Now, I'm gonna go to review agreement. Okay. Alright, that's done. Thank goodness. I'm going to go back to Xcode. I'm going to hit Command R. Alright. Yes I do. I'm going to actually quit Xcode and go back in. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Alright. I'm sharing. We're going to go to App, iOS. Runner.workspace. I'm going to do Command R. Yes. Okay, enter my password. I'm going to allow the permissions. And you only have to do this once for these. Actually, hold on. Let's see. I got many passwords. What one does it want? Okay. Now let's see what happens. Okay. Huh. Okay. I don't know what password it wants, actually. Okay. Lots of warnings. And guess what, y'all? An instance of runner is already replacing. Oh. Okay, now I gotta run my thing again because my device got disconnected. I'm gonna go to destination. Run product. Taylor's iPhone, Command R. Ah. I'm gonna help. I don't know what password this was. Okay, so then it wants but it's interesting because we've got old Objective-C files. That's what it compiles down to, which, meh, if you ask me, blech, man. But, whatever. Okay, let's see what we have here, y'all. Look at that, y'all. We have got an app on our iOS devices using Flutter. Congratulations, us. What we've done now is we've been able to run our app using Flutter on iOS. Now, let's actually see what this app does, shall we? So I'm going to have my phone going, and I'm going to see exactly what this app does. So I'm going to turn my voiceover up so everyone can hear it. Flutter demo homepage. I have this push the button many times. I'm going to increment it. Basically what it is, it's an incremental counter. So it counts basically on increment. Right? So it'll count, like if you press the button, I'm going to increment. So basically that's all it does. So we have got a Flutter app running on our iOS device. I'm going to show you what the code looks like real quick. We're not going to get too much into it. We may, but it's getting late here. So we may do more streams though if anybody's interested. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to now show you what the code looks like. So to do this, I'm going to open up our handy dandy friend Visual Studio Code, which if you don't use it, you should. And you should also visit Taylor's Tech Talks for some VS Code tutorials if you do not know how to use it already. So let's go ahead and let us go into VS Code. I'm going to go to my terminal. I'm going to do cd ... I'm going to do code space period. And what that will do is it will open up the VS Code folder, or the current folder, in VS Code. I trust the authors. And yeah, I will do that. Yes. I'm going to do Command-Shift-E to view the Explorer. And we're looking for lib. I'm going to do right arrow. And I'm going to do Command space. Main.dart. So we've got the import package, Flutter, material. So basically this is what the app looks like, right? This is what we've got to start off with. This is a classic Flutter app. And again, we did this earlier by creating the app with the Flutter create command. Run app, my app. Class. So you notice it's all based on class. And yeah, this is what Dart looks like. Alright. I think that's going to do it for today's stream. If you want more of this, let me know, and we can do more of these. But hopefully you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you guys later for more programming streams. If you enjoyed this content, you can feel free to visit me at taylorstechtalks.com, where you could support me by becoming a patron. In addition to that, you can subscribe to Techopolis as well to get our programming and game streams and other tech tutorials. And we're going to have Techopolis Live every Wednesday, so feel free to tune in. Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. All right, y'all, that will do it, and I will talk to you soon.